welcome back. My name is Anneleen and I am a huge Taylor Swift fan, as you might have noticed from my channel. And I am going to be sorting the folklore and evermore songs. I'm going to be using this song sorter by Jesse Pinkman on Tumblr. And I got this idea from my oldest internet friend, Megan Olivier. She has an entire video where she does the same thing. And it looked like so much fun, I had to do it myself. As you can see, we have here song sorter where you always have to choose one of the options. You can also choose I like both or no opinion, but these might skew your results a little bit. And I think it also makes the process longer if you choose those options a lot, so I'm not going to try and do this because I know that I'm going to be doing this for a long time. Battle number 1, 0% sorted. Okay, Willow or Champagne Problems. This is a tough one already. My gut instinct is Champagne Problems, but I also really like Willow. Champagne Problems obviously, you know, tugs at the heartstrings, but Willow's really good as well. I like the sound of Willow better, but I like the lyrics of Champagne Problem better. I'm gonna go with Champagne Problems. The One or Cardigan. This is difficult because the One obviously has some personal meaning now that I've covered it on my channel. But Cardigan is just so good. Again, the lyrics are outstanding. I'm gonna go with Cardigan. Right Where You Left Me or It's Time to Go, both bonus tracks from Evermore. I would say Right Where You Left Me. I don't really vibe with It's Time to Go, I gotta be honest. Closure is my absolute favorite. Yes, Closure. Yes, Evermore is really good as well. They both have very experimental vibes, but Closure. Long Story Short and Marjorie. You know, at first listen, Long Story Short was really up there, but as I've listened to Evermore more, it's kind of gotten lower on my list. Like, it's still a bob, but I feel like a lot of other songs have more meaning, so to speak. And Marjorie has a ton of meaning, but I don't really find myself listening to it very often. I don't really think, oh, let me just listen to Marjorie. So I'm gonna go for Long Story Short. Ivy or Cowboy Like Me. See, this is going to take a long time. Ivy, I loved at first listen. Cowboy Like Me kind of grew on me, but the way it starts is so good. And a tennis court was covered up with some gem-like thing. Yeah. But the oh, goddamn, it's also so good. I'm gonna go with Ivy. Dorothy or Coney Island. I gotta be honest, I don't really care for Coney Island that much. Sorry, Dorothea is great. So, Nobody, No Crime or Happiness. You know, I like the idea of happiness, but to me, it's just a little bit too long. And at one point, she's actually being kind of mean, which I don't like. And I feel it just kind of drags on. Nobody, No Crime is absolute. I mean, it's so good. 'Tis the Damn Season or Tolerated. Hot take. Please don't, cancel me over this, but Tolerated, to me, is my least favorite track 5 out of all of them. It just doesn't click with me. It doesn't feel personal to me. Track 5 on Evermore, My Tears Ricochet, is my is my favorite track 5. So I was kind of sad to see that I didn't vibe with Tolerated at all. And 'Tis the Damn Season is just really good. Yeah. Like Dorothea and 'Tis the Damn Season, just really good. Champagne Problems or Gold Rush. I guess it depends on my mood and, what I want to listen to at the moment. Gold Rush is really good. I really like the intro and the outro. I'm gonna go for Champagne Problems. Yeah. Willow or Gold Rush? I think I prefer Gold Rush. Yeah. I could probably do this test tomorrow and have a completely different result. Peace or Hoax? Hoax. Hoax is so good, so underrated. I love all of the different themes that it has. I love the way it sounds. Peace is really good as well. I love the message, but I don't really like the way that she kind of sings. I don't really like that. So, Hoax it is. Epiphany or Betty? Both are... This is going to be a theme. Me just saying both are great. Epiphany or Betty? Obviously, Betty was like first listen, bam, loved it, holds up still. And Epiphany kind of grew on me. It's really pretty, but Betty is Betty, you know. Betty is like, and when that key change happens, I just sing my heart out. No, it's Betty. It's Betty. Invisible String or Mad Woman? I mean, Invisible String just reminds me of me and my boyfriend. So I love it. Illicit Affairs or The Lakes. The Lakes is a bonus track on Folklore, and I only heard it for the first time when I watched the Long Pond studio sessions because I was waiting for my CD to arrive to listen to it for the first time, but it got lost in the mail twice. And then finally, when the Long Pond studio sessions got released, I gave up. I swallowed my pride and I listened to it. And I didn't particularly like the Long Pond studio sessions version, so that was the first version I heard. But then when I listened to it on Spotify and I heard all of these strings, you know, which I'm a sucker for, I loved it. So yeah, The Lakes. August, or This Is Me Trying. August. Yeah, it's just, it's such a summer song. It makes me feel nostalgic. So good. Mirrorball or Seven. I mean, I'm kind of indifferent to both. Mirrorball is really good, but I'm not usually in the mood for it. Seven, I don't know, Seven is just a sweet song. I'm gonna go with Seven. Exile or My Tears Ricochet. You know, as I said before, Ricochet, best track 5. I'm gonna go with that one. Cardigan or The Last Great American Dynasty. These choices are so difficult. The Last Great American Dynasty or Cardigan. Like The Last Great American Dynasty, when she switches the point of view, so good. The Cardigan, that bridge, yeah, it's Cardigan. The One or The Last Great American Dynasty. Why am I doing this to myself? The Last Great American Dynasty, yeah. Closure, yeah, best song. Evermore or Right Where You Left Me? Definitely Evermore. I really love the piano. I tried to recreate it on my violin, but my violin just doesn't go that low. And I tried to move it up an octave, but then it didn't sound as good. Ivy or Long Story Short? Probably first listen I would have said Long Story Short, but now Ivy. Cowboy Like Me or Long Story Short? Cowboy Like Me, actually. No Body No Crime or Dorothea. Dorothea, yeah. Hey Dorothea. It sounds so good. And for some reason, I always love it when the characters have names. It's like you can like picture someone called Dorothea. Also, I like Dorothea as a name. No Body No Crime or Coney Island. Yeah, again, I don't really care for Coney Island. Happiness or Coney Island? I have my issues with Happiness, and Coney Island is fine. I guess I wouldn't really... I guess Happiness... Because Happiness has some really good bits as well. Like, honey, when I'm above the trees, I see it for what it is. So good. Yeah, just for that line. Champagne Problems or Tis a Damn Season? Tis a Damn Season, actually. Or Champagne Problems. I always say Champagne Problems. I know it's Champagne Problems. Sorry. Champagne Problems or Tis a Damn Season. Like, the bridge in Champagne Problems is really good. If this was Champagne Problems and Dorothea, I probably would have said Dorothea. But Champagne Problems it is. Gold Rush. I don't really know how I feel about Gold Rush, which makes all of these choices between Gold Rush and another song really difficult for me. Because I'm like, it's not that I don't like it, but it's not that I love it either. I guess I like Tis a Damn Season more. Nah, Gold Rush. I'm so sorry for my tolerated slander, but I just can't relate to it. Nah. Willow. Benny or Hoax? Like, that's a pairing that I would never make. I would never, think to compare these two songs. Because they're so different. And they serve a different purpose. I feel like Betty is really good in portraying the I am a confused 17-year-old boy persona. Whereas Hoax is just so personal and yet, I guess, relatable in some kind of way. I'm going to go for Betty. Epiphany or hoax, then it would definitely be hoax. Yeah. See, these songs are more similar. These are easier to compare. Epiphany or peace. Don't get me wrong, I love peace and what it means, but I just don't really like the sound of it. Except for this one line where she goes, or like this one lyric where she goes, give you my wild, give you a child. I'm not even sure if I sung it right, but the way that she like changes, she sings the same thing but wild and child is on a different note. And that sounds so good. But it's Epiphany. The lakes are invisible string. Invisible string, yes. The lakes are mad woman. I mean, mad woman. That one line. And when you say I act crazy, I get more crazy. Is like me. I feel like every woman can relate to this, right? Like, I feel like we've all been called crazy or mad or whatever, and it just angers us more, which makes us act like that more. Because it feels like, because it feels very invalidating. Like, I am angry at this, and you're ridiculing me, or like, so, this female rage, man, yeah, love it. You know, I'm gonna go with, no, the lakes is also good as well. Mad woman, 7 or August? August. This is me trying or 7? 7. This is me trying is really pretty, but I just don't really vibe with it. Mirrorball of This Is Me Trying. I feel like Mirrorball and This Is Me Trying are kind of like two sides of a coin. And then I like Mirrorball more. Cardigan or My Tears. I mean, My Tears Ricochet. Yeah. Cardigan or Exile. I guess Cardigan. Yeah. The Last Great American Dynasty or Exile. You know, I love Exile sometimes. Like, it's not bad or anything, but I just wouldn't really put it on and listen to it. Whereas The Last Great American Dynasty, I would. The One or Exile. I guess The One. Ivy or Closure. I mean, Closure. I've committed to the idea that Closure is my favorite, but Ivy is close. Closure. Ivy or Evermore. I guess Ivy. Yeah, Cowboy Like Me or Evermore. Evermore? Cowboy Like Me, definitely. Long story short, or Right Where You Left Me. I mean, the bonus tracks, to me, feel like they're bonus tracks. Not like how the bonus tracks on 1989 were bonus tracks. I feel like those bonus tracks were just part of the album. And like equally as good as all the other songs, like up to the same standard. I don't feel like that with Fearless or Red or Speak Now. Also because I never had the deluxe album up until 1989, so that might be a bias for me. But I never had the CDs. I only discovered the bonus tracks later on Spotify. And I don't know. I feel like with some of these songs, you know why they're bonus tracks. And I feel like you also know with Right Where You Left Me and the other one on Evermore. It's Time to Go? Yeah. So long story short, Marjorie or Right Where You Left Me? Yeah, Marjorie. Champagne Problems or Dorothea? Dorothea just sounds so good. Champagne Problems or No Body, No Crime. Both have different vibes, you know? Both serve a purpose for different moods. But let's say I'll go with Champagne Problems. 'Tis a Damn Season or No Body, No Crime. Yeah, 'Tis a Damn Season. Gold Rush or No Body, No Crime. Then I would say No Body, No Crime. Gold Rush or Happiness. You know, I feel so bad. Happiness is going to end up at the bottom of this. Not the very bottom, I think, but lower half. Gold Rush. Willow or Happiness. Yeah, Willow, yeah. Tolerated or Happiness. I'm sorry, I'm never going to choose Tolerated. I just, I can't help it. Coney Island. I don't really like Coney Island either. You know, I like Tolerated from a musical standpoint. I mean, I like that she uses such a strange time signature. I think it's like in 11/12 or something. I mean, might be something different, but it's not something easy like 4/4 or 3/4 or 6/8. It's, yeah, like Enclosure is in 5/4, I believe, which is awesome. I mean, wow, so great. And Tolerated has a strange time signature as well, but I just feel like it doesn't really utilize it that well, to be honest. Coney Island. Invisible String or Betty. When I first listened to Folklore, I probably would have said Betty, but now Invisible String. Mad Woman or Betty? Yeah, Betty. Mad Woman or Hoax? I guess Hoax. Hoax is a really good song. I feel like it's underrated. Mad Woman or Epiphany. It really depends. It really depends on my mood. Because Epiphany is a COVID song to me in a good way. Like, it is about the healthcare workers. It also is about, you know, her grandfather and him fighting in the war. But having someone close to me who works in healthcare, it kind of has a special meaning to me. I'm gonna go with Epiphany. Mad Woman or Peace? Mad Woman, yeah. The Lakes or Peace? Yeah, the Lakes. Illicit Affairs. I feel like Illicit Affairs is a very, like, it's a fan favorite, but it's just not my favorite. Same with don't hate me for this, but same with Getaway Car. I think it's a good song. I think Getaway on Reputation is a great song, but it's not one of my favorites, and I don't think it's the best thing she's ever written. But it is good. Same with Cruel Summer. Oh my god. And same with Cornelia Street. Yeah, come to my channel for some unpopular Taylor Swift opinions. But between these two, I'm gonna go with Peace. My Tears Ricochet. I mean, it's so good. I think I would listen to August more, but whenever I listen to My Tears Ricochet, like I feel it, you know. Especially when she says, I didn't have it in myself to go with grace. Because I've been there. Damn. And she puts it into words, and it's so simple. It's so simple. It's simply put, but still. My Tears Ricochet. Cardigan or August? Probably August. Yeah. Cardigan is 7. Probably Cardigan. Yes. The Last Great American Dynasty or 7. American Dynasty. The 1 or 7? Probably the 1. I don't hate 7. Exile or 7? I guess I would listen to 7 more. Exile or Mirrorball? I guess I would listen to Exile more, actually. Dorothy or Closure? I mean, Closure. Dorothy or Ivy? Oh, goddamn. It's so good. Also, for some reason, when I first listened to, I think both albums, but especially, no, on Folklore I listened to the right one, but when I listened to Evermore for the first time, I accidentally listened to the not explicit version of the album. And so when I first listened to Champagne Problems, I heard what a shame she's stuck in her head, I believe, instead of what a shame she's fucked in the head. And so with Ivy, I also didn't hear like, oh, goddamn. It was something else. I don't remember what it is. But it took me like up until the very end of the album. I realized before I ended the album that I was listening to the not explicit version, and so then I started listening to the explicit version, which is better. But between these two, Dorothy or Ivy, if this was 'Tis the Damn Season and Ivy, I would choose Ivy. But it's not, is it? I guess Dorothea? Yeah. Champagne Problems or Ivy? I guess Ivy? This is getting more and more difficult. Champagne Problems and Evermore. When I first listened to Evermore, the album, and it ended on Evermore, the song, when she says, like, Grey November, I've been down since July. That, to me, was so COVID. Like, damn. Like, I have been down since July. I have been down since, like, I've been down for a year. I just got called by a friend. What was I saying? Champagne Problems or Evermore? Evermore is just so COVID. And when she says, and when she sings, I had a feeling so peculiar, this pain would be forevermore. And then at the end it changes to, this pain wouldn't be forevermore. It's just, it breaks my heart every time. It's just so good. I'm gonna go with Evermore. Champagne Problems or God Would Like Me. What am I doing? Why am I doing this to myself? Different vibes. But the bridge in Champagne Problems is so good. Oh no. I accidentally chose something and I don't know what it was. No. This is going to ruin my results. Okay, we'll carry on. No Body, No Crime or Cowboy Like Me. I'm gonna go with Cowboy Like Me. Yeah, this is an easy pick for me. No Body, No Crime or Long Story Short. Like, Long Story Short is like an 80s vibe. But No Body, No Crime. I do like true crime. I listen to this Flemish podcast called the Folklore, and it's really good. If you speak Dutch and you want fun true crime, the Folklore is where it's at. Nobody, No Crime. Long story short, yeah. Nobody, No Crime or Marjorie. Sorry. But it is Nobody, No Crime. Gold Rush or Marjorie? Gold Rush, yeah. Willow or Marjorie? Willow. Happiness or Marjorie? Like, I like Marjorie, and I like Happiness. And I like Marjorie especially because she uses her grandmother's singing in the background, which is really sweet. Yeah. Right Where You Left Me. Or Happiness. I think Right Where You Left Me, to be honest. It's Time to Go. I don't really like It's Time to Go. I gotta be honest there. Happiness. Coney Island or It's Time to Go. I guess Coney Island, yeah. Tolerated or It's Time to... I'm sorry. I'm so sorry for Tolerated. I just don't like it. Every time I don't pick it. No! Two of my favorites. My Tears Ricochet or Invisible String. My Tears Ricochet or Invisible String. This feels like choosing between two sides of myself, which are very important to me. Like, but I think My Tears Ricochet musically is better. August or Invisible String. Again, I think musically August is better, but Invisible String has such good lyrics. But August as well. I'm gonna go with August. Cardigan or Invisible String? Invisible String, yeah. Cardigan or Betty? You know, it depends. It depends. I feel like if Betty excels in portraying this confused 17-year-old boy, then Cardigan really excels in portraying this woman looking back at her life, and like, she's already so emotionally intelligent. She already has so much going on inside of her. Like, she knows so much. She's amazing. But as a song, I'm gonna go with Betty. Cardigan or Hoax? Like, Hoax is a really good song, but I feel like I like the idea of Hoax better than the actual song. So I'm gonna go with Cardigan. The Last Great American Dynasty or Hoax? I guess Hoax. The Last Great American Dynasty or Epiphany? The Last Great American Dynasty. I mean, I like Epiphany a lot, but the One or Epiphany? Also the One. Seven or Epiphany? This is more difficult. Epiphany. Seven or Mad Woman? Happy Child Memories or Being Angry? Add Being Angry. Mad Woman. Yeah. Seven or The Lakes? The Lakes, definitely. Seven or Peace? Then probably Seven. Exile or Peace? Probably Exile, actually. Mirrorball or Peace? These are kind of equal to me. Probably Peace. Illicit Affairs or Mirrorball? Probably Mirrorball. This is me trying. It doesn't really vibe with me either. It has some great lyrics, some great lines. Like, I got wasted like all my potential. When Taylor talked about This Is Me Trying in the Long Pond studio sessions, my appreciation for it actually kind of went down. I had a certain interpretation of the song, and when she talked about it, my interpretation was very different from how that she had either meant it or how she interprets it now. My interpretation was really different from how she talked about it, from, you know, her way of how she wrote it, what she had in mind when she wrote it. And I have to be honest, I didn't like her explanation or her analysis of it. Not as in it doesn't fit the song, but just because I don't want to interpret it that way. I don't want to think about that when I listen to that song. I just can't shake that feeling of like there's something about this song that just doesn't vibe with me because of the way that she talked about it. This is not to say that just because Taylor meant it that way or interprets her own song that way, it doesn't mean that I have to interpret it the same way or that anyone has to interpret it the same way. So many people interpret the teenage love triangle, you know, Cardigan, August, and Betty, as three women. I personally don't. I think James is just a confused boy, but I don't have anything against that interpretation. But for some reason, I can't shake that feeling that I get when I listen to This Is Me Trying, because Taylor talked about it that way. And like, I don't want to blame Taylor for me not liking this song, because it wasn't really up there anyway. But it's, I don't know. No. Illicit Affairs. My Tears Ricochet or Closure. I've been saying that Closure is my favorite, and I've always chosen Closure. But My Tears Ricochet, best track 5. Best track 5. Am I going to do it? Am I going to go for I like both? No, I'm not. When I listen to Closure, it is really interesting with that 5/4 signature, like, yes, I got your letter, yes, I'm doing better, I got deep to know you're right to the bone. But what I do have to say about Closure that's not only positive is that it is kind of repetitive at times, which My Tears Ricochet is not. So I'm gonna go with My Tears Ricochet. August or Closure? Closure. Yeah. August or Dorothea? Interesting choice. I never would have put these next to each other, but they are very similar. They are about loving someone, and knowing that, like, it wouldn't work, or it wouldn't work at that time. It might work in the future, or it might have worked at some point, kind of, but now it doesn't. I think I like the musical sound of August a little bit better. Invisible String or Dorothea? Invisible String. Betty or Dorothea? I guess Betty. Cardigan or Dorothea? I think Dorothea, actually. Cardigan or Ivy? I think Ivy. Evermore or Cardigan? Cardigan! The bridge, man. The bridge is so good. Like, leaving like a father, running like water, right? When you are young. It's so good. But Evermore is so good as well. And I haven't really talked about, like, the interlude, the Bon Iver interlude. I didn't really like it at first, but now I do. I'm gonna go with Evermore. Yes. Cardigan or Champagne Problems? Both bridges are amazing. But I think I like Cardigan a little bit better. Hoax or Champagne Problems? I feel like if I do this again tomorrow, this is going to be completely different. If I listen to both albums back to back and do it again, it's going to be completely different. Hoax or Champagne Problems? You know, at this point, I'm willing to just choose any of these. These are both great. These are both great. Hoax or Champagne Problems? I guess Champagne Problems. Does it have season or Hoax? Hoax. The Last Great American Dynasty or Tis a Damn Season? I feel like these songs are kind of like at the same level. I feel like I haven't been giving The Last Great American Dynasty a lot of love. So, The One or Tis a Damn Season? The One, yeah. Epiphany or Tis a Damn Season? Again, such different songs. Different vibes. Different moods. Different ways of listening. I'm trying to think of what the bridge is like in Tis a Damn Season. I can't really picture it. Yeah. Yeah. The bridge is okay. I'm gonna go with Epiphany, actually. Mad Woman or Tis a Damn Season? Mad Woman? The Lakes or Tis a Damn Season? Now I feel like I'm not giving Tis a Damn Season enough love. But it's The Lakes. 7 or Tis a Damn Season? These are kind of equal to me. But I'm gonna go with Tis a Damn Season. Cowboy Like Me, yes. Long Story Short or 7? Long Story Short. 7 or No Body, No Crime? I'm going to say probably No Body, No Crime. 7 or Gold Rush? Probably Gold Rush. 7 or Willow? Willow? Seven or Marjorie? Seven? Exile or Marjorie? Exile? Peace or Marjorie? I feel like I'm like all of these songs right now they're asking me are like some of my least favorite, and it's really hard to see which of them is actually my least favorite. Peace or Marjorie? I guess Marjorie, right where you left me. Yeah. Happiness or peace? I guess happiness. Coney Island or peace? I guess peace. Mirrorball or Coney Island? Mirrorball. Illicit affairs or Coney Island? I guess what I don't like about Coney Island, and my boyfriend doesn't like it when I say that, but I don't really like the National's voice. I don't really like the way he sings. I feel like he sings very casually. Like I feel like if he put in like 10% more effort, it would sound really good. I feel like he sings the way that I talk, like, and when I got into the accident, I mean, and I feel like if it would put in just like 10% of effort, 10% more effort, it would sound so much better. And when I got into the accident, the face I saw before me, I feel like it would sound so much better. But anyway, illicit affairs. This is me trying, or Coney Island. Coney Island. It's time to go, or this is me trying. I can't even picture how it's time to go goes at the moment. So this is me trying. 100% sorted. This is it. Oh my god, My Tears Ricochet is on top. Fully agree. I know I've been saying that Closure is my favorite, but I think My Tears Ricochet is even better. Closure, August, Invisible String, Betty, Dorothea, Ivy. Yes, so good. Evermore. I didn't expect Evermore to be up there, but yeah, it makes sense. Cardigan, really good song. Champagne Problems, I think that's alright. That Cardigan is above Champagne Problems. Hoax, great song. The Last Great American Dynasty. I was feeling that I felt like I wasn't giving it a lot of love, but I'm really glad that it ended up 12th on the list. The One, yeah. Epiphany, Mad Woman. This is like the middle range. I would have probably put Cowboy Like Me a little bit higher. I feel like I haven't been appreciating it enough when I was answering. But I feel like Cowboy Like Me would probably be here more. Yeah, it should be like 10, 11, or 12, something like that. Long Story Short, Nobody No Crime, Gold Rush. Yeah, I know I'm just saying that this makes sense, but it makes sense. Happiness, Peace. Oh, I didn't realize that like Mirrorball and Illicit Affairs would be underneath Happiness. Tolerated, as I predicted, it would be at the bottom. I am so sorry, but I am not mad at it. Yeah, this is a very good ranking to me. Yeah, this is a good top 5, I would say. Good job, Jesse Pinkman. You made a good thing. If you want to watch any of my covers that I did of any Taylor Swift song, I will leave a playlist up here, also in the description. I don't have any other Taylor content, but that might come soon. I've been trying to diversify this channel a little bit more because I genuinely really like video making and I don't really have a niche. So I just do whatever now. And I feel really good about it. If you like music, you're at the right place. I make ukulele covers, occasionally guitar covers. Occasionally I also incorporate my violin, which is a new thing I've been trying. I also am doing a series where I read all of the Anne of Green Gables books. If you liked this video, please make sure to let me know by giving this video a thumbs up or leaving a comment or both. And if you want to see more of my face and my thoughts, then you can always subscribe. Talk to me in the comments. I will very happily discuss some things with you. What are your favorite Taylor Swift songs? What did you feel about my ranking? Do you agree? Do you think that some of these things that I said have been very controversial or unpopular? Like maybe Tolerated is your favorite song of all time, which I'm very happy for you about. Good that you have a song like that. I really don't want to start any fights or anything, but like feel free to give your unpopular opinions and we can have a chat about that. I will see you in the next one. Bye!